Well, welcome guys. So we've got the car up on the trailer as you saw last time, very sketchily. So now we've got to take the car to the scrapyard, and I've got to do a bunch of cleanup in here because this is as far as I can get into my shop, which is pretty sad. Welcome to season 2 of Ballin' on a Budget. Drift car build. If you guys like carnage, you'll probably see some.
Hater V8, bro.
So I've got stuff everywhere. It's a pig pen. That's what happens when you're always doing something and never cleaning up. So today's main focus, I gotta get as much stuff out of here as possible. I've got to separate the engine and transmission from the old car, or from the old setup there. I was gonna just drop the whole Ford engine transmission from the truck into the car. My buddy, he works at Ford. He told me the block in the trucks are different, so they're a bit longer. So that sucks because this Thunderbird one doesn't run great. This one, even though it sort of seems like it's got a blown head gasket, runs better. But so yeah, that's what we're doing today. We got to clean the shop out, get everything as tidy as possible, because I'm starting to get starting to freak out a little bit. And then yeah, so we're gonna go to the auto wrecker. I want to get the transmission out of the truck. That's my main goal today: clean up and transmission out of the truck. And then once the transmission's out of the truck's just gonna sit on my trailer. So I'm going to do the transmission pull on the trailer, because then I don't have to try to pull it up later, and so on and so forth. So let's fly at her. Okay, so it's been a bit of time, I think. Let's see how much. Roughly 2 hours, but it's manageable now. This area is all clean. I mean, you know, that's going to be as clean as it's going to get for a while. And then, so now I got to make a run to the scrapyard and get rid of the other car. I have to cut off some of the cats because I got to save some pieces for the engine swap. So I got to stop off at work to do that. And then, yeah, so that's today, or not today, but that's this morning. I guess now it's afternoon. Yeah, I moved everything I could out of the way, get as much in here. I'm going to back the car up as far as possible. We're going to jack it up as high as possible. And, oh yeah, right, I got to back up on blocks so I won't get the car jacks underneath it. And then, yeah, so that's sort of right now. When I get back from the scrapyard, you gotta pull this engine outside, back the drift car in, put the motor back in here, sort of, and then we gotta put the truck on the trailer, and then I can start ripping the transmission out of the truck. Hopefully, I can separate the engine transmission, and then I can put the transmission out of the way too. So yeah, so hopefully that's today. We'll see. I don't have very much time. I only got, 5 hours, and that sounds like or 4 hours actually, or less. Anyways, and it sounds like a lot of time, but really it isn't. When you get right down to it, when you're doing all this stuff, everything takes an hour or more to do. I don't know why. So if I get the transmission out today, that'd be great. That would be an accomplishment. Yeah, so hopefully this goes well. We'll see. Okay, so I can't get the front pulley off right now, but the oil pan was leaking super bad. Super bad. Oh boy. Anyways, so I got the oil pan off there. We're gonna buy a new gasket and then go ahead and put a new gasket on there. Start cleaning everything up. The back of the rear main seal housing is leaking, but the rear main seal itself isn't. So I'm still going to take the rear main seal housing off and reseal that and then put it back together. And then, yeah, we need to get a, hopefully I check it out, make sure the crank is okay, and then get a crank seal for the front. And then that way when we put this into the drift car, we're not going to have oil spraying out everywhere, because it was leaking heavy out of the front there. You can see, sort of, I guess you got probably got enough light. Just right under there, there's a fair bit of oil around, leaking straight down. You can see where it just coming out there. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and order some new seals, and that way we can make sure that our car isn't gonna be giving us too much trouble other than the running issues and the fuel line that I've cracked, fuel rail that I've cracked, which that was awesome. So when you're pulling an engine, make sure you don't come in contact with your fuel rail, and if you think you will, stop, pull it off. So gotta go to the wrecker and get another one, or I'll just steal one off the Ford, the other Ford. I might do that, it's faster. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So tomorrow we'll start pulling the engine on the drift car.